Welcome back to Character Select. Dave and Space here in the evidence room. Hey look, now it's not checked. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina skies so gray?
I do like his theme song. Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him?
What's that? Why does it have to be him? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little duggies. Crime scene to wait.
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if I could ask you some questions?
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombre.
You're busy, then?
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I was wondering if we could talk to you.
Sorry, Bambina. But I'm off the road. Lands like tumbleweed on the wild prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a six-shooter, I say a little prayer.
What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You were just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. So, before we do anything else...
That smell. Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special television on the television. It's just for my baby.
Yeah, Miss Starr.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask. Anything?
Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Alright, well, let's talk to him then. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I kept getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from Deductive 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I just lost fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here, anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping the eye on the place. Yeah.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak into your steak.
Ugh, stewed broccoli. Ugh. Alright, well, let's talk about him. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler in the scene of crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There are some things you're better off not knowing, Ben. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case?
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So they reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after the case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Let's talk
I
about
know
the
what
security
maybe
systems.
2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Babina, me and machines swap. I like them as much as I like cauliflower. I stick just to cauliflower. These are the easiest ones to understand here are the security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
Nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID.
That's the card reader by the door.
Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambino, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I could prove that record is tied to the stabbing. So, we could talk to him again to bring it up, but we've only seen one number, so it's gonna be this one. See this? It's the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one on the ground in the parking lot.
The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Boop, there it is.
58421.
Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir entered the room and asked the man to display his ID card, and he pulled a knife. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card.
I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Alright, so let's go into the evidence room.
Do we have something to talk about?
No, every character only has a maximum of 4 conversation topics. Sometimes they get updated, but it's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, hey. Yeah. Whoa!
Ooh.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Okay. Not what I wanted. Let's take a look at that. Okay, easy enough. Seems like a big old waste of space, but I'm not gonna judge anybody. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open?
Interesting.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. Oh, Jesus. That was loud.
Yeah.
So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it... Zap! You get a shock! If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprints. Alright, interesting. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the Inquiry Committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, tell us more? Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. That was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife... The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Huh. Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, how do you open it then?
Ooh. What's this? Blood. It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out.
Okay.
Spray! It's someone's handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker is mine. It's yours? Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. Counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. Holy shit. What? But you're a detective. Alright, so where else could there be blood?
Maybe by the numbers? Nope.
Oh. Whoa, that is a lot of blood. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Alright, where else?
Well, the open locker there. Around it. What about beneath Goodman's locker?
Well, this is Goodman's locker.
No, the one where the handprint is.
Oh. That's Gumshoe's locker. Let's just spray everywhere, I guess.
Well, wait, what did I say?
You said Goodman.
Oh, I meant Gumshoe.
Thank God we have indefatigable supplies of luminol fluid. Huh. So there's only the two. Unless... Whoa! Why is there a handprint here? Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Looks like a shirt. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. Alright, so... that's interesting. Look, this one's open and the red indicator light is above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Oh, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Alright, puzzle time.
No, maybe not so easy.